Hello, and welcome to TechBytes.io. In this episode, we will begin our review of the basic types in Elixir. We will discuss integers, floating points, atoms, booleans, and strings. Let's get started. Alright, so let's dive into our basic types. Let's start with integers. Integers, you might be used to them in 1, 2, 3, can be written as a decimal, a hexadecimal, an octal, or a binary. Decimals can be written with underscores, such as 1 million or 1 billion. So let's say 1 million can be 1 underscore 000 underscore 000, using the underscores to help the readability of this to delineate the groups of threes. If you're used to using interactive Elixir, or if you'd like to pop open interactive Elixir, you could open that up, type IEX into your command line, and isInteger is a built-in function for Elixir. So if you were to type in is underscore integer parentheses 1, you would receive true because that is an integer. If you were to type is underscore integer 1.2, you would get false because that is a floating point number. So speaking of our floating point numbers, these are numbers that are written with a decimal point, such as 2.5, 3.2, 805.3. You can use just as isInteger is a built-in function, so is float. So in IEX, you could write is underscore float parentheses 1, 2, 3. You would get false because that's not a floating point number, that is an integer. But if you were to type is underscore float 1.23, you would receive true because that is a floating point number. So let's talk about our constants. These are atoms. Atoms represent something's name. In other programming languages, you might have heard them called symbols. In Elixir, an atom starts with a colon. It's followed by a word or an Elixir operator. And the word can be a sequence of letters, digits, underscores, and @ signs. So all these words off to the right, all these atoms, are valid atoms. So for instance, colon D at symbol T is a valid atom. So is colon code for you. So is colon word. Booleans. Of course, you can't have a programming language that doesn't support Booleans, so of course Elixir supports Booleans. Here you can try it out. You can type in true, get true, type in false, get false. And if you type in true equals to false, of course that turns out to be false. IsBoolean is also a native function to Elixir as well. So let's end this episode speaking about strings. Strings are between double quotes. So if you went into IEX and put in double quotes string, of course you would get string. And if you did just like every other beginning programming school does for hello, they have to run a hello world program. If you were to go into IEX and double quote hello world, you'd get back hello world. Strings can have line breaks. You can insert a line break with a \n right into the middle of your string and use IO puts to see it in action, so that you would get your feedback with line and actually have a break, and you would see that it ran okay. Internal to Elixir, strings are represented as binaries. Thanks for joining me for this walkthrough in the basics of Elixir. See you next time.